All right. Welcome back, everybody. The Ruckus Crawler here, aka the Rolling Stoner. And we're back on the bench with another mail day. There's been a few lately, but it also feels like that's about to slow down because I need to take a break. But as you can see here in front of us, we got the Killa Bee on the bench, and we got a black box on the bench. So I don't know if any of y'all been following me on Facebook or watching previous videos, but I've been alluding to this one for a while, and I am frickin' stoked. So without further ado, dun 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 dun. So here we go. Mazz Design stickers. Mazz Design 3D printed parts. And the showcase of them all. The Mazz Design titanium cheat code chassis. So I am pretty fucking excited about this one. Like I was saying, if any of y'all been following me on Facebook and watching previous videos, I have been obsessing over titanium chassis. The Killa Bee has been my first project, and it's finally gonna be coming up to a wrap with this one. After I install this, literally the only stock part left on the Killa Bee will be the rear inner axle shafts. Those are the only thing I haven't broke yet. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Eventually, right now I do have the Mofo double barrel suspension, and I do like it. You get a lot of really nice flex out of it. But eventually I do want to try some oil-filled shocks, so we'll see if I like them more or less, or who knows. But technically, officially, the Killa Bee will be completed, aside from tweaks here or there. So yeah, let's get this build going. I'm not too sure if I'll have any of that on camera. It'll probably just be the magic of film editing, and we will be all completed. I also got, it was only like 10 bucks, so I got his hardware kit, which is funny. When I first picked up the box, I was like, damn, is that all just loose in there? I forgot it came in this cool little tackle box. So when I'm all done with that, I'll have that to be keeping stuff in. So pretty freaking excited here, guys and gals. I can't fucking wait. I've been waiting for a titanium chassis for so long now. I am just freaking ecstatic to get this thing in there. So what I'm going to do too is, hopefully I'm not going to screw it up, but I want to blast these rails with a torch quickly and see if I can get some of those blues and stuff to come out of that nice titanium before I actually install it. And then a little bonus, more for me than you guys, but my lovely girlfriend Kat was ordering some stuff from an online dispensary, and she found this. So it's supposed to be a rolling tray, but goddamn, Killa Bee just got itself a Wu-Tang tray to keep all my bits and pieces on while I'm taking it apart to do my Mazz Design titanium cheat code chassis. So, bear with me. We'll be right back, hopefully with it all installed, ready to go, and we will get out in the garden and see how this bad boy rolls. So, I'll catch you all in a bit. See ya. Okay, welcome back, my peeps. I was just about to get this cheat code chassis together, and yeah, I was looking up how to anodize titanium, and I wasn't about to mess around with all of that. So what I did do, seeing how y'all know me as the Rolling Stoner, damn, this thing ain't focusing. We got dab rigs over here. So we got blowtorches, and I just hit this thing with the blowtorch. Ran out of fluid. So Kat's going to be pretty choked when she gets home and realizes she can't do a dab. And that's why I only kind of did the outside. But damn, this anodization turned out pretty fucking sweet. So yeah, just wanted to show you all. I was pretty nervous after waiting so long for this chassis. And it is a little pricey. I was pretty nervous to bend the metal. But just kind of hit it with the blowtorch for a bit, and I have to say, I am pretty stoked. So I'm sure there's lots of other ways that are safer. They were saying to like put it in a solution and hit it with an electrical current. That way you can just get like an even color through everything. But I honestly kind of like how this turned out, hitting it with the blowtorch. I'm not looking for an even color. I just wanted those titanium colors to come out, and boom, look at that. So there it is. Kind of took me a little bit longer than I was hoping to get this thing all sorted out. To be honest, I had kind of a lot going on the last couple of weeks, a lot of build stuff, a lot of RC stuff, and a lot of life stuff. But here we go. The Mazz Design titanium cheat code chassis, fully installed on the Killa Bee. So I'm sure I'll be playing around a bit more with suspension, where they go and how they feel right and blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, pretty simple build, straightforward. I hit the frame with a blowtorch first to try to get out that titanium coloring. I know it's a mess. All my builds are a mess. I'm not very good at cleaning up wires and all that stuff. I just wanted to come to the bench and talk to you guys quickly before heading out to do the much anticipated test runs with this chassis. So far, I am very happy now that it's all together with how it looks and everything. But a bit of a pain in the ass. So I gotta be honest here. The chassis does say on the website that it's specifically designed for, forgive me if I'm wrong, the cliffhanger body, which is kind of like a Toyota buggy, whatever kind of body, which is fair enough. I ordered it still, like knowing that I could probably make it work with what I got going on over here. But what the website doesn't tell you is that the titanium cheat code chassis is actually for the C10 wheelbase. So, not a big deal for me. I, unfortunately for the Broncos' sake, had the Mad Max Bronco sitting here, and I just basically cleaned house up front here. I took all the links off, I took the drive shafts off, and put those here on the Killa Bee. So to be honest, I am a little bit stoked because thankfully I had all that stuff on hand. And yeah, so now the Killa Bee has the deadbolt rear links, which is longer than the C10, and the C10 front links, which is longer than the deadbolt front links. So we got ourselves a stretched out deadbolt now. So this thing, like, not only is the chassis going to be better, this thing is definitely going to perform better because it is quite a bit longer now. But I just wanted to bring that up to everybody just so you know, if you're going to be doing a cheat code chassis, they are designed for the C10. So if you're doing it onto a deadbolt, please just make sure you know that getting into it. Get yourself the C10 links and drive shafts, and believe me, you'll be more than happy with the outcome. But for me, I got the whole thing together, tightened up, got the body back on, and then unfortunately, the tires were hitting right on the skid plate here. Not just the skid plate, but hitting the frame itself. So I took the skid plates off, dremeled it back as far as I could without getting to where it bolts on there. And it was still just, that's when I kind of realized it wasn't just the skid plate. It was the frame itself the wheels were binding up on. So like I say, for myself, it was just a little frustrating because I had everything locked tight. I'm usually pretty lazy with my Loctite, but I was diligent with it this time. I Loctite every single one of those little bolts. And I tell you, to get at the main links here up front, you got to take this entire plate off. Oops, sorry, here we go. Yeah, to get these main links out, you got to take this plate off. So to do that, you have to take the skid plate off. Then you got to take all these screws out, and then you can drop it, and then you can get that, and then you can put it back in and put it all fucking back together again. So, Mazz, if you're watching this, man, no hard feelings at all. Love the products. It looks great. I know it's going to be great. But maybe just, you know, add on your website that it's actually for the C10 wheelbase. Just so people don't get frustrated when they've been waiting to get this beautiful chassis and then realize that it's not going to work until they buy some more parts. So, like I say, not discouraging for myself at all. Unfortunately, the Bronco's going to be sitting on the shelf for a bit until I get some more links and drive shafts, but that's all good because it's just an excuse for me to get some nice, maybe metal drive shafts for the Killa Bee up front, and then I can put the stock ones back over on the Bronco. So yeah, don't want to do too big of a rant here. Don't want to bash Mazz at all. The guy is doing a fantastic job over there. I just see that as a little bit of an oversight. So please just know that it's for the C10, but it doesn't mean that you can't hook it up on whatever you want to hook it up on. So, with that being said, let's take this out into the garden and have some fun. I'll see you guys out there. All right, let's get this going. But before we do, I just wanted to mention, Mazz, if you go to his YouTube channel, was nice enough to put together a great video on how to actually put this chassis all together properly. And if you're like me, that is much appreciated, because although I can figure it out where I can just put everything on there, things I don't know are what screw sizes specifically are for what parts, and particularly putting on the skid plate. So trust me, if you don't know these things, they're good to know, because I'm telling you, you'd rather have the proper size screw than one that is too long and a spot that where it should be shorter. So with that said, let's get this going and get this titanium cheat code chassis excuse me, in the Killa Bee up the course. Ooh. This is kind of a pretty gnarly part here. I did a little bit of changes on the gatekeeper sitting out here the other night. I figured I haven't changed anything around in quite a while, so it's keeping it. It is keeping it. But look at that. Killa Bee with the cheat code chassis was not a problem until I backed up too far, and now I got to do it all over again. Can we do it again? We're into it. Look at that, and we can. So that's a pretty good little addition here to the gatekeeper. And of course, you know me, I love my ledges. Up we go. Now let's see, let's push this one. We've done this ledge plenty of times, but I've never been able to do it this far over. Ooh, it looks like my tip though. Ooh, can we get on it? I gotta straighten out. Gotta straighten it out, but oh no, would you look at that? We got trail damage already. We have a rear shock. Dangling. But it still doesn't. It still doesn't. But I guess we are gonna have to call that a cut for now and come back once this is all repaired. All right, the trail damage is repaired and it is time to get this going. The Mazz Design titanium cheat code chassis. Keep it classy. Use that chassis. And here we go, up and over the new little addition of the gatekeeper. We're gonna go for that ledge again. Ooh, I don't like that angle though. That angle is no es bueno. So let's get over a little bit more. Here we go, I like that one. Ooh, there we go, look at that. So that's pretty much as far over as I have ever been able to take that ledge there. So right there, the low center of gravity chassis, just working wonders. Oh, look at that downhill decline. That's been the Killa Bee's kryptonite, basically, going down anything. And that was a pretty good little part to just scoop right down. So can we get up this section as well? Look at that, with ease. That one's always been trouble. We can do it, but it's always been trouble. I have to say, I am just loving it. And you can see when I try to get the angles in there, I hit that titanium with a blowtorch before I actually installed the chassis. And that's specifically why I wanted the titanium chassis, was to get those beautiful colors to show through, and they are. So let's see, can we get up and over this little ledge here? It's not really an obstacle I've made. It's just part of the natural face of the rock here. Ooh. We're on quite an angle. We're at the tipping point. Get it over just a little bit. Oh, we are gonna tip it. Oh, I want to make it over this ledge though. It's possible. It feels like it's got to be possible. Oh, it just wants to tip. Oh, it just wants to tip. Oh, shoot, went too far over. Oh, we lost our grip on it now. Ooh, so close to biting up on that ledge. There it is. Look at that. Oh, we're not over it yet though. What can it make it? I think I'm gonna have to bump it. Oh, we did. Damn. So that's definitely a ledge I have never even attempted before, because I mean, you gotta be straight up and down. So that too, not only is the chassis helping, but those C10 links up front, like look at that, right down. Sorry, I didn't line it up perfectly though, I was just kind of going for it, but right down what has been one of the most difficult obstacles on the entire course. Let's just get up and over this rock nest monster. Ooh, there we go, we're up on top of it now. Kind of straddling that edge. Oh, we can do it. Ooh, it's slipping. Probably give it a bit more speed. Ooh. So you know what's happening here. One-handed driving, I always don't crank it just quite all the way to the maximum steering, but we got it. We got a little readjustment, and we are good to go. So I don't know, might be getting a little cocky here, but can we attempt going down the Wheeler's Edge? I have definitely attempted this a couple of times, and I've never been successful. I thought the Rock Boss might be the first rig to do it. I haven't given it that many tries, but let's see if we can get it with the Killa Bee. Ooh, ooh, so sketchy. Oh my God. This feels like it's gonna tip at any moment here, but it's doing it. Oh, oh my God. This corner, this part here, I can't just juice it unless I got the right angle to make it. Oh, when you're going up it, if your wheel goes down into this crack, that's it, you're slipping over the edge. Ooh. Oh yeah, yeah, look at that. Okay, okay. So damn, I mean, you gotta be careful. And it took some readjustments. But the Killa Bee, with this titanium cheat code chassis, and let's not forget the C10 links now too, stretched out, was able to descend something that has never been descended before. And then right up the Wheeler's Edge, like it is not even there. This is insane. Like, this is actually insane. I've always just loved the Killa Bee. It's just such an awesome rig. But now with this chassis and the extended links, it's just insane. We're getting into like proper buggy territory here. I ain't saying I'm competing with you guys in your little moon buggies, but all I'm saying is we are getting into the territory. Might not be able to keep up, but eventually might get there. Look at that. Whew. Whew. Look at that. You can see that titanium just glimmering through the little bit of sun that was poking through the bush there. Now we're right on a tipping point here. Classically, the Killa Bee would have definitely tipped right over there. Didn't even struggle. Ooh, again, loving these shots where you see that blue and purple coming through. This chassis is unfrickin' real. Unfrickin' real. And we're just gonna keep this going. Look at that, wow, right over the top of that fucking lump on that thing. So that's another one, typically you gotta straddle it right on the edge of it, and you barely even make it, but this just went right up and over it like, yeah, I'm not even gonna acknowledge your existence. Nope. I'm a Killa Bee. Killa Bees don't care. Boom. Right down. I mean, everything kind of does that, but let's get up into this troublesome area here. Oh yeah. Oh fuck, there's a rock. That rock's not supposed to be there. That rock right there is not supposed to be there. Where did that come from? It's probably from Shotgun. Shotgun's really been mucking around in the course lately, because I've been mucking around in the course. Anytime I'm mucking around in the course, he starts mucking around in the course. But here we go, up and around the rock. Look at this top section here. It has been troublesome. It's also been accomplished. But I've flipped on this many a time. And again, Killa Bee's just like, ain't no thing. So let's give it a flip around. Halford's toys just there. Keeping it scale. Keeping it real scale here. Some giant Cerberus dog toy just sitting there. Killa Bee don't care. Killa Bee is just gonna make it right down everything. Oh, look at that, right down. Almost as easy as going right up it. Yeah, so again, Killa Bee, historically speaking, it's been great at going up and over obstacles, but not the greatest at descending obstacles. And now with the extended links and this just amazing chassis, we are going down everything that we used to just climb up. I can remember way back before the Killa Bee, when this was still the Ram Charger, just struggling, trying to get through this obstacle coming down it. And I just couldn't do it. I actually couldn't do it. And the Killa Bee just did it. Killa Bee just did it like it ain't even there. Get up this little voltage here. As you can hear, we do got some rubbing. I don't know. I might look into that. I might just let it rub, because it ain't doing nothing. I am loving how it's sitting right now with that low center of gravity. I don't want to have to lift anything. I also love these Swamp King tires. I don't want to get rid of them. Might look into some wheel extensions. We'll see. Ooh. This here is one of the furthest, if not the furthest, I've ever stretched out on this face of the rock. Out with the Rock Boss, I kind of stretch out pretty far, but I believe we just stretched it way further. And you know what? Typically, I would have cut and edited a whole bunch of clips together to get this far of the course. And we're just gonna keep this going. I haven't flipped, so why would I hit cut? I think everything on here now is just game on. Up and over. I've been meaning to actually change the rake of that ledge there too, because it used to be kind of steep and now it's just not. So give me a second, I'm gonna jump over there and let's follow the Killa Bee up. We haven't actually been up here in forever. It's probably gonna be filled with leaves and dirt and who knows what else. I do love this natural rock face here. Oh, I gotta get through a spider web. But it's just one of those things, I don't know. It's never actually come up here anymore. It was just like one of the most challenging things before I had any really challenging obstacles on the course was this top section here. And then it was like once I could do it, it was still fun. But again, as the mods kept happening and the Killa Bee kept growing, now it's just like it just walks over like it ain't even there. Ooh, but if we hit it on a nice angle, then at least we got a flex to get up and over that rock. Yeah. Oh, this part 2 though gets a lot more tricky in the rainy season. All this moss. We've been up and over this rock a bunch of times now, but I've never been down it. And look at that. No surprise. Kinda knew it. Kinda knew it. Freaking Killa Bee stepping up its game. It's like, oh, C10, it's getting pretty capable. Ooh, you're gonna call it the Rock Boss? Yeah, the Rock Boss. I'm really intimidated by that. Ooh, play some follow the leader there, Rock Boss. Hey, you wanna play some follow the leader with the Killa Bee? The kill or be killed. But yeah, a little bit of follow the leader action was definitely something I started thinking once the C10 was getting to where it's at with its capabilities. And I still want to do it, but it is just like Rock Boss, Killa Bee, it's got it all. Rock Boss can't do nothing Killa Bee can't do now.
That was actually why I wanted to do the follow the leader, is because until right now, the Rock Boss is better at going downhill and side hilling. So I knew if we got it in the lead, it might be able to stay there with tipping the old Killa Bee. But its tipping point has dramatically moved. And now we can go downhill. So that's it. We're officially a well-rounded unit. Uphill, downhill, side hill, thrill hill. We got it. We got it. So I don't even know what to say. What else to say? Check it out. Mazz Designs. He's got some other stuff too. But this titanium chassis was what caught my eye. Had to wait a bit to get it. Well worth the wait. It looks like they've been coming out a little more regularly too. So if you like the look of this, go over there. Like I said too, he's got a nice YouTube video to help you get it all set up properly. Woo, we're tipping. We're tipping. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on this test run. Back in the Garden of Wheeling. Kind of just eating the Garden of Wheeling now. So yeah, hope you all are having a good one. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. Just be good. Life's too short to be fucking shitty and bad. Just be good. So until next time, have yourself a good one. And I'll see ya on the next video. Peace.